Euro Swiss, Euro ECB to consider slowing down assets purchase. Okay, so this trade idea was actually fired out on the first day of this month. Okay, so well, the most based on the screenshot, okay, you guys can see for those who actually trade the pattern formation, okay, you can actually see that there's a double bottom. All right, and fundamentally speaking, okay, this was actually 1 day, right? I think it was 1 day after the release of the annual inflation data from the from EU. Let me check. Yep, it was reported yesterday. Well, it was reported on August 30th that annual inflation in July has spiked to a 10-year high level. Now, previously I mentioned that this is just the beginning, right? I mean, inflation may actually be transitory as claimed by the central bankers, okay, due to temporary effects, transitory effects, okay, but nonetheless, it's a good start, okay. For the Eurozone, it's a very good start because we have been seeing low inflation for the past, I don't know how long, all right, and inflation has been a main issue for the ECB, okay. They have been trying so hard to get inflation up, but it's just to no avail, okay? So, in July, we see a spike to a 10-year high level. This is actually a good start for the ECB, all right? So with that, the central bank, okay, may actually be looking at a, a slowdown in QE, okay? That was back in 1st of September when I actually wrote this, this post, okay? So it turns out that, I guess, from most of you guys already know from last week, okay, the ECB's meeting, they did slow down, okay, asset purchase. They did slow down, specifically the pandemic emergency purchase program, okay. By how much, we are not sure as of, well, the last week, okay, because they have yet informed the public on the rate of slowing down. However, okay, ECB President Lagarde mentioned that this is not a tapering. Okay, this is what was that? What's the term that recalibration? Okay, recalibration of quantitative easing, recalibration of PEP, the PEPP. Okay, so it's a bit of a if she did not actually say that, well, then we are likely going to be seeing euro strengthening. Okay, but because of what she mentioned, all right, let me just show you the chart. Okay, you are looking at the daily chart of euro francs right now. Okay, because of what she mentioned, on the 9th of September, okay, this long bearish candle that you're looking at right now, okay, the euro actually weakened, all right? But the main reason behind this is because of the whole uncertainty, the whole unsure of whether this slowing down of the PEP, is it going to be the first step towards another tapering, right? Are we going to be hearing another tapering announcement coming from the coming from the ECB, okay, this month, right? Besides that, okay, we have already heard from Lagarde that the plan for the PEPP QE is going to be discussed in December. So unlikely we're going to be hearing about anything about PEP, okay, any tapering issue on PEP this coming meeting, all right? But don't forget, there's actually another part of the QE, okay, the ECB's QE, and it's the APP, all right, Assets Purchase Program. Will we be hearing anything on that? That is something that we should be looking for, okay? So nonetheless, okay, all this aside, this trade idea, Euro francs, was actually triggered on, I think, 2 days after the trade idea was fired out, right? On the 3rd of September. Yeah, it went up, and then because of the slowdown of the QE, which is not considered as a tapering, okay, it actually came back down a bit. But personally, to me, I feel that, two improvements have been seen. Okay, first of all, inflation has risen to 3%. Okay, 10-year high in the Eurozone. Okay, this is the first improvement. Second improvement, look, like it or not, it may not be considered a tapering. Okay, it's still a good start for the Eurozone. All right, if you say this is coming from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, Reserve Bank of Australia, then I would say it's not too much of a concern. But if such a comment is, such a slowdown in the QE were to come up from the ECB, okay, whatever you want to call it, a tapering, a recalibration, it's still a good start. They are still going to purchase less assets, less bonds, government bonds, in response to this whole crisis, this whole pandemic crisis, okay? And this may actually be a start to, the next tapering, okay, or recalibration, okay, the way Lagarde puts it, all right? So personally, I feel that this trade idea, this direction, okay, the long direction, bullish direction is still valid, okay, which is why I'm still holding on to this trade. That's one thing. Second thing, this is I would say a swing to a position. I wouldn't say it's a position trade. I would say it's more like a swing trade idea, okay? And the stop loss is I think it's 180 pips. Yeah, 180 pips away from the entry. The reason, okay, I have to be very careful with my words over here, right? The main reason for me holding on to this trade, okay, it's because fundamentally it's still valid. Okay, it's not because I have a wide stop loss of 180 pips that I can risk. Okay, so guys, don't leave a trade on just because you have a wide stop loss. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not a good practice. Okay, fundamentally we have strong drivers. Okay, good inflation and slowdown in the PEP, the PPPQE. Okay, so with these two reasons, okay, although it may still be a bit early, it's strong enough for us to build a conviction, okay, to be convinced that the ECB may be giving us more hint in the following meeting, okay, or maybe the next few meetings, okay, in terms of QE tapering, which is why I'm still bullish on euro against the francs. Okay, francs, well, like I've mentioned before, the way I trade it is, it's based on most of the time is based on the fact that the Swiss francs is a safe haven currency. Okay, so when we have optimism coming out from a specific currency, like say in this case the euro, okay, then I would be buying the euro against something of a safe haven characteristics like the Swiss francs, okay, or the US dollar or the Japanese yen. Okay, so yeah, this trade idea will still be valid as of now, and I'll continue to supervise this trade idea. Okay, and if anything, I will update you guys on Traders Club. Okay, so with that, yeah, that's all I have to share for the trade idea today.